Welcome back to the Toon Squad podcast, season 3. We're going to call this one Toon Threads. So in this season, we're going to be doing a lot of stories. So for this episode, I'm going to be reading some Reddit stories to my good friend Logan.
Yeah, I've not heard any of these. I think this is going to be, throughout the season, we'll choose a wide variety of different, stories and such. Maybe we'll have a theme for each episode, something like that.
For today's episode, they're all going to be from the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? So,
and it's up to me. I guess they have their own verdict, but I will be trying to judge.
Yeah, Logan.
Are these people the assholes? So, I guess we'll find out. I've heard the titles of these stories, and they sound pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie.
Our first story 5 years ago, from Lost_Papaya.
So 2021. We got to put ourselves in that environment.
Lost_Papaya 9278. Am I the asshole for not accepting my sister's relationship with my ex, despite her having cancer as a teenager?
Okay, see, I need to hear, because I can't even wrap my head around. That title's a mouthful.
All right. My 25F father, so female, married my stepsister's 23 female mother when I was 4 and she was 3. We've lived together most of our lives and are a family. She and I are extremely close. We're extremely close. She developed cancer when she was 14 and was sick for about 2 years. She's since made a full recovery. During that time, my parents became understandably overprotective. They also asked a lot of me. I quit my extracurriculars so I could get a job. The money went towards her medical bills, and so I could drive her to appointments.
So wait, is this dude the same age? I can't...
So this person, it says... She was, this is when she's 15, because this person was 14 and she was...
Okay, so they have a age, 1 year. Okay, so he's 14, 15. Okay. So he's paying at 14, it's pretty...
Yeah, it's a lot. I didn't go to dances and any fun activities. I needed to include her. All right, spelling error.
Spelling error. We're going to start docking for that.
I did almost all of this willingly, the exception being having to quit my high school volleyball team. I did throw a bit of a tantrum about that, but was swiftly punished. And I think having one emotional breakdown was pretty chill given the circumstances.
I agree. Yep. So far, I'm on board.
She's putting in a lot of work for this sister. Let's see how it goes. Anyhow, I go to college and meet my ex. We'll call him Ben. When I'm a junior, we fall in love, blah, blah, blah. He and I move in together when we graduate. So we've been living together for about 3 years.
Ooh, wow.
We were serious until July when I walked into my bedroom and saw him my sister.
Oh, dude, that just took a swift turn.
I broke it off, tears were shed, he moved out, etc. My sister apologized at first, but then backed off. I thought she was giving me space, but last week she called and asked if we could meet up. She told me that she and Ben were in love and were just telling me as a courtesy before they started posting photos online. Distraught, I left her in the restaurant by herself and did not pay my portion of the bill. She later Venmo'd me asking for the money.
Oh, wow. Nah.
Yeah, I'd probably get up and leave too.
Yeah, the Venmo is so petty.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy work.
She told my parents, who then called me to their house telling me how disappointed in me they are for not supporting my sister's relationship with Ben. They brought up the fact that because she had cancer as a teenager, she never learned proper social etiquette and has a hard time meeting people. I don't buy this, in part because I've seen her socialize just fine, and since we spent a good chunk of the time she was sick together, that would also mean that I should have bad social skills as well. By that logic, they then told me that if I don't accept my sister and Ben's relationship, they may have to go no contact with me.
What? No.
I reminded them that I'm also their daughter and they should understand my point of view, but they are adamant that this is just about me being jealous of her.
No, that's crazy. No contact?
And she puts in, for the record, I'm not jealous of her. I'm not upset that Ben picked her over me. I'm sad about the end of the relationship and do feel betrayed. But Lord knows that I don't want to be with a cheater. What I'm upset about is the fact that my sister chose Ben over me, that she slept with Ben knowing he and I were in a long-term, committed relationship and continues to be with him knowing how much it hurts me. Now no one in my immediate family is talking to me, and I'm getting messages from aunts and uncles and cousins telling me that I'm an asshole and a selfish bitch.
No. Wait, so Is that the end? She just keeps going?
Edit. Thank you so much for your comments. This has gotten more attention than I expected, and I'm having trouble keeping up. So if I don't say thank you, thank you. I've been given a lot of food for thought. TBH, while I've had moments where I've been resentful or upset about my teenage years, I've always thought that I did the right thing for my sister and for my family. And that time wasn't all miserable. I was very close to my sister, and we made things as fun as we could, but I didn't think of it as an abdication of my parents' responsibilities or that they were doing wrong by me, which many of you pointed out. I definitely have a lot to think about. Thank you again for making me feel less crazy about all this.
Well, I have a swift verdict right here just based on that information. That girl, is that girl the asshole? Absolutely not. There's no way that she's an asshole for... I mean, come on. They've been together, so they're living together for 3 years.
3 years.
Living together. That means they were probably together for a year or two before that. So, like, I'm imagining 5 years, and then you walk in, and what did so she doesn't have her cancer, like, receded or whatever?
Yeah, it's gone now.
It seemed like what? They made it seem like, I thought it was going to be
She had it for like a couple, I think so, she had it for a couple years.
I thought it was going to be like,
she was 14 and was sick for about 2 years.
She's about to die. She needs a man by her side before she died. I thought that was the dilemma.
Yeah.
No, it's just straight up, I used to have cancer, so I get to cheat on you with your long-term boyfriend. And
she's since made a full recovery, so...
She's since made a full recovery! Oh my gosh. No, she is not the asshole for that. She even was sitting there paying, working to put towards her medical bills.
Yeah. Alright, well, verdict, not the asshole.
Yeah, definitely not. You don't, I'm assuming you...
No, I don't think she's the asshole. Yeah, no.
There's no way.
This is not a We Don't Agree.
This is not a We Don't... Okay, yeah, this is not season 2. We don't agree.
Yeah.
Well,
But you thought it stopped there, didn't you?
No, it keeps going?
Update. Sometimes you can only laugh. Just got off of the phone with my cousin who saw this post and said he could explain a few things. I asked him why he was on Reddit instead of school. He asked me why I was on Reddit instead of work. And I said, touche. He told me that after my conversation with my mom, she went to his house and talked to my aunt. And here's the deal. Turns out my sister is not only in a relationship with Ben, but 4 months pregnant. Which means she and Ben were fucking for longer than I had even guessed. Apparently, my parents are so adamant that I forgive her because I'm already ruining their experience of their first grandchild. That's right, I'm less important than my stepmom posting ultrasounds to Facebook. This is where we're at. Anyhow, I called out of work sick for the rest of the day, and I'm going to drink a lot of alcohol. Like a lot of alcohol. And then start thinking about what the fuck I'm going to do.
That's a reasonable response. What? So... The fact the whole family's going to cut her off of that and doesn't see her side whatsoever.
I mean, it makes sense, like, why they're... At first, you would just, like, they're going to cut her off because of a relationship? Bro, be for real. But now it's like they have the grandchild, but still, no.
Nah, and off of that, that Venmo alone after she left the restaurant, that would be forever. I'm like, yo, you really just sent me that. At least let me walk out on you here.
Yeah.
Nah, so, gosh, their family must be dummies.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, so, not the asshole. I mean, crazy story. Crazy.
Yeah,
story.
if that happened to me, man.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Well, no, he had cancer when he was a kid. Nah, come on.
It was like 2 years.
Yeah, and dude, like there's some blame on the significant other. Like you're just gonna cheat on. Well, I used to have cancer. I can't. Yeah. I wasn't able to socially develop. Who's buying that? Seriously.
For 2 years? What?
Yeah, come on, dude.
No, that's crazy. Well, that story was crazy, but I guess we'll get into our next story here.
Let's see if it gets even crazier.
Yeah, this one further back 7 years ago, by stupid test _. Yeah. Would I be the asshole if I asked my pregnant wife to move out because she and her best friend decided to, quote, test my loyalty?
Okay, I'll have to hear this loyalty test too.
All right, it's a bit of a short one, but okay. My wife is pregnant with our daughter. Initially, we were really happy and excited about it, but then she starts acting like a nut job. She gets angry and irritated for small things, insults me when she doesn't like the food I make, starts acting insecure, and accuses me of losing attraction for her. For example, she wanted to eat chicken sandwiches for dinner last week. Well, I made the chicken sandwiches, so she eats all the sandwiches, leaves me nothing, and told me they tasted like shit. I wasn't pissed because she left me nothing, but if she didn't like them, why did she have to eat everything? When I asked her this, she told me that she was hungry. Okay, fine. She does this every time, eats everything I make and calls it shit. I don't argue with her because I work for more than 80 hours a week and I really want to have some peace when I'm home.
So far, classic marriage problems,
Yeah.
classic pregnancy problems.
So yesterday, a random girl starts at flirting with me after the gym and asked me if I wanted to meet up with her for some drinks. I rejected her and told her that I was married, and when I got home,
Good
my
man.
wife started to hug me and apologize. When I asked her what happened, she told me that her best friend suggested a test for my loyalty, so they asked a mutual friend to flirt with me and ask me out. And I passed. Yay! I'm really pissed. I'm done with her antics. Would I be the asshole if I asked her to move out? Oh, and also, edit, I don't live in the USA. Please don't discuss legalities based on the laws there.
Oh, okay, so no, I don't know where he lives then. That is a shorter one. Oh, is he the asshole for... Oh, man, for asking to move out is a big...
Yeah.
Like, okay, see, when I heard test, I'm thinking like... Oh, I was at the gym and then started like... You know, The Office where Dwight was like having to try and test... Like, Michael paid Dwight to test out his wife or whatever, but he was like, ugh, like right next to her, whatever. That's what I'm imagining. Honestly, I could see the wife being extra crazy and all that. It sounds like this dude is just fed up with her.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like he's like, I make food, she calls it shit, and then she eats it all anyways. I don't get it.
I haven't been able to eat for the past...
Yeah, I'm starving here. I'm dead. So I think in this instance, I think you would be the asshole to ask. You gotta like, let's go to couples there. Like we gotta find some other solution because if that's like the one thing that sent it over the edge, clearly he had these other problems with just the cooking alone.
Yeah. Well,
what was the
verdict? Is asshole.
2 for 2. Yeah, he is the.
And we look at some of the comments on here.
Yeah,
this one has 22,000 upvotes. Yikes. Might I suggest some couples therapy first? What she did was clearly an A move as an asshole, though I don't think you'd be in the right to have her move out while pregnant.
Yeah, that's the big thing. If this was just like...
Just a normal relationship.
Long-term relationship, maybe like, you know, whatever, 7 years, I don't know. And then this happened, even that, it's still... But the fact that you're pregnant, what are you going to ask her to move out to? Like, get your own apartment? It sounds like she's not working, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Someone commented to that, said, LOL, what? Being pregnant doesn't guarantee your relationship if you're being a terrible person.
Terrible person is doing this, and she came through and was honest with him, and like, it sounded like she was like, oh, I'm so sorry I've been like this. It literally sounds like he's just pissed off she doesn't like the cooking.
Yeah.
With some people out there, yeah, they're serious about, they cook some food, and if they get called shit, they will... That is implanted in their brain. They need
remember that forever.
Some admiration for the so.
But yeah, I agree. Definitely just needs couples therapy.
Yeah, not
100%.
Move out. Like that'd be a crazy curveball.
Yeah, no.
So I think he's the asshole.
He's the asshole. All right.
If it was a more crazy setup, I'll say like oh, there's a nude woman hanging from the ceiling. I don't know, like something.
She went like all in.
Yeah, then it's like okay, you're crazy. We gotta have space. But like this was just mutual friend asking. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move on to our next story here in a second. All right, that story was a little wild.
But you know,
fair verdict.
I'm 2 for 2 right now. Let's hope I go 3 for 3.
All right. Well, we'll see here. This story 3 years ago by Flagging D.
2023.
Am I the asshole? I didn't attend my son's wedding. I instead spent the evening with his ex-wife.
Okay, so this one...
Out of the year.
It's going to take a lot of explanation here to make sure to see if he's not the asshole, so we'll have to see.
Alright, well, quick backstory. After graduating high school, my son moved 3 states away for college. At 19, he married a girl he met. I tried convincing him to wait because I personally felt he was too immature. They both dropped out and moved back here to his hometown. At 20, they had their first child, a beautiful little girl.
Young.
6 months later, my DIL, daughter-in-law, gave birth to their second child, a little boy. After the first baby, my wife and I noticed our DIL wasn't happy. We both thought it was PPD related. Just after
What's
this,
that mean?
postpartum depression.
Oh, okay. So depression.
Just after the second arrived, my son and his wife separated. She would bring the kids over for a visit. It was then she began unloading on us. I know there's 2 sides to every story, but considering I know my son, I believed her. I sat my son down numerous times to speak with him regarding his marriage. He refused to take responsibility, blamed her for everything, even when I directly pointed out where he was the sole problem.
Okay, so the son sounds like an asshole.
Son sounds like an asshole. The parent here is definitely like on the daughter-in-law's side. So
yeah,
sounds like he knows this pre-existing sort of behavior. But we'll continue. They got into counseling for a year. Things were okay on the surface. Our daughter-in-law filed for divorce. My son 3 days later was on Facebook announcing his new girlfriend.
3 days later?
3 days later.
Okay. Bit fast.
After the announcement of the divorce. A month later, they were engaged.
Wow. Okay.
My son had forced his then wife to become a permanent stay-at-home mom at the birth of their first child. She, of course, had no other family or friends here. She knew no one aside from us. She had nowhere to go with 2 small children. Unbeknownst to our son, my wife and I helped her financially and got her an apartment.
Hey, okay.
So, yeah, goated parents move.
Goated parents.
So now you know this is the dad telling the story.
Yeah, okay. So, what about, okay, dad, what is it, they're divorced now, so they mean they're like not blood related.
They're not blood related or legally related in any way.
Okay, so they're just helping him out just because
they feel bad for her.
Yeah, because the son kind of screwed her over, it sounds like right now.
Before the divorce was even finalized, we received a wedding invitation. I made it clear to my son I would not be attending and they would not have my blessing. His mother told him she would see to it that I would attend. I stayed consistent in my decision. I also asked him not to bring his fiancée around our house out of respect for the mother of his children.
Ooh.
The wedding happened on February 11th. The night before, my wife gave me a final push. I did not attend. Our daughter also did not attend for the same reasons.
Oh, but the wife attended.
Yeah, only the wife. So he actually has a real daughter too, and she didn't attend either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the sister to this guy.
Own daughter doesn't support it.
Let me see. My daughter and I decided to spend the evening with his ex. I couldn't imagine her sitting alone while her kids attended their father's wedding. So the dude's kids are at the wedding because it's their dad.
How old are those kids? Pretty young.
Probably
still?
like a year or 2 years, something like that.
So they're attending it while his ex-wife would be at the apartment alone.
Yeah. So she was taken aback that I didn't end up attending his wedding. We took her out to distract her mind. I just wanted her to know she'll always be considered family to us. My daughter also made a joke they can drop the in-law status and just be sisters now. She was tearfully grateful. I realized just how badly she needed our support, and specifically on that night. The next morning, my son called to tell me how much of a horrible father I am for not attending his wedding. A few days later, he caught wind that I spent the wedding evening with his ex.
Ooh.
He said that was the ultimate form of betrayal, and further, myself and his sister would have to earn our relationship with him on his terms only. ETA, first, I'd like to sincerely thank everyone for your support, blah, blah, blah.
This is,
yeah. I feel differently now. His mother should not have attended either, but we can't go back and undo that. So, my son saw the post.
Okay, extra messy.
Yeah, I had sent my daughter the link yesterday so she could read the comments. This morning she texted me at work, "Dad, you went viral, LOL." But anyways, he sent screenshots of the post and all my comments to his mom. He also told her, "He's dead to me now," quote. Time will tell if he means that. I'm sure he'll see this update too. For that reason, I'm positively certain the second he needs another cash loan, I won't be dead anymore.
Oh, call him out.
Yeah. His mom told him, "Your children have to be our number one priority. They're not just some disposable items you can leave behind when one chapter of your life closes. Maybe one day he'll understand this." That's crazy.
Damn, okay. So is that the end of it?
Yeah, that's the end of the story.
So this son, just based on that, yeah, I was like, it's going to take a lot of convincing to see, but no, this dad is not an asshole for not attending the wedding, especially because I thought it was going to be like they spent a romantic evening out by ex-wife, but no, he went, especially attended with his daughter and everything, and they just went out, had a good time to get her mind off of it. So based on that, he's definitely not an asshole for that.
Yeah, well, verdicts, not the assholes. So.
Not the asshole.
3 for
3 for 3. Let's go. Yeah, 100% success rate so far.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've seen some, comments here and there being like, maybe this father was just in love with his daughter-in-law. I was like, I don't think it's like that, but
it doesn't sound like, especially if his daughter came with it.
It sounds like he's just genuinely cared about this, which was one of his kids at one point, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
daughter-in-law.
And then,
but like that last line, it says, his mom told him, your children have to be our number one priority. So like, to the dad, I think. Oh, wait, no. The mom of the children, so the daughter-in-law, told the son that they have to be your number one priority. And so he's like, maybe one day he'll understand this.
So, like, his ex-wife told him that. See, like, the fact that you move on and, like, it's just so messy, especially since she had 2 kids with him.
Yeah.
And then forced her to stay at home and then just left.
Yeah, so he had 2 kids with her, and instead of, like, getting a job so that she, could support herself later, he was like, no, just stay home, take care of the kids, I'll work, whatever.
It doesn't even, and what, was there just no reason for the divorce? No, it doesn't, one that was stated? It doesn't sound, I don't think I remember one.
It says the father noticed that the daughter-in-law wasn't happy after the first baby. They thought it was postpartum depression, but after the second kid arrived, they separated.
Yeah, so it sounds like she wasn't happy, and then he just left. He just was like,
exactly.
all right, I'm done. If you're going to be depressed, I'm going to move on.
It sounds like he just, doesn't want to stay in the same place.
And how could you, and then the next girl, how are you going to get with him and then marry him within, like, 2 months? Knowing he had an ex-wife that he just broke up with.
3 days after they announced it, which means he was probably with her before then. Let's be for real.
True. That's...
Because that was when they announced it on Facebook.
He said they weren't even fully divorced yet when he went and married. Is that even possible? Can you be married to 2 people at once?
Yeah, no. So I think, like, they got engaged.
Okay.
While they were technically still divorced.
And then they finalized it.
And then as soon as it's finalized, they give out wedding dates. Pretty much.
Man, you gotta be careful with dudes out here.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful, dudes.
Some dudes are crazy.
It sounds like some dudes are crazy and some girls are crazy. That's the moral of today's story, it seems like.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's just some pretty crazy stories.
Okay, if I already said it. I think the first one's probably the craziest. Yeah. With the cancer thing. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't imagine that be used as an excuse. No. It's like, what the hell? Definitely, we had 2 not assholes, 1 asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the least crazy one is that middle. That dude was just blowing stuff out of proportion.
Yeah.
Because he's mad that...
It's just a lot of pent-up aggression.
Yeah, she ate all the food, and then doesn't even say things.
Yeah, I know.
And she's pregnant. Gosh.
Yeah. But all the verdicts pretty understandable.
I think all of those were accurate.
Yeah.
None of them. I'm sure these MI asshole community, they got some people in there probably study human psychology. They're like, okay, this guy's no nothing.
Yeah. Well, this has been our first episode of Toon Threads. So season 3 of the Toon Squad podcast.
Yes, and we are going to be back in full motion after our break.
Back in full motion. So expect a new episode every week. Haven't gotten which day of the week, but probably Wednesdays like last time. Mm-hmm. But so just watch out for season 3.
Season 3 coming at you. This is going to
stay tuned in.
Tuned in every other week.
Yeah, we're coming back with that.
We're going to be finally back up in motion. Coming this summer.
So coming at you hot over the summer. We'll catch you in the next episode, and stay tuned in.
Stay tuned. See you later.